Hi, I'm Asim. I'm going to break down the news from using clips from Al Jazeera, BBC News, Sky News, and all the other major outlets. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.
We just want to eat. Peace be with you, says this boy before heading hopefully down Gaza's coast road. For even the youngest, it's a mouth-watering dash that they think will end with a meal. They are southbound, following Israeli and American advice. At the start of the week, US mercenaries with IDF backing launched a new aid initiative by opening a food distribution site close to the Egyptian border. It's the place they're trying to reach. We need food. We have nothing, no rice, nothing at all. We are ready to die for food.
Kids saying that they're willing to die for food.
We are poor people just desperate to
die.
eat.
The situation is.
Hamas brought us nothing but disaster. Obviously, this was no casual stroll in the spring sunshine. As they too cursed Hamas, these men thought they heard gunfire.
Donald Trump just posted a video that blames Benjamin Netanyahu for pushing America into wars in the Middle East. And as you listen to this, think of how Donald Trump must really think about Benjamin Netanyahu.
Why did the U.S. invade Iraq? It was a phony war. Where did that war come from? You know what? It's quite surprising. That war came from Netanyahu, actually. You know that? It's weird.
The Iraq war happened because of Netanyahu.
Netanyahu had, from 1995 onward, the theory that the only way we're going to get rid of Hamas is by toppling the governments that support them. That's Iraq, Syria, and Iran. And the guy's nothing if not obsessive. And he's still trying to get us to fight Iran this day, this week. He's a deep, dark son of a bitch, sorry to tell you. Because he's gotten us into endless wars, and because of the power of all of this in the U.S. politics, he's gotten his way.
Wow. So we're going to see really soon if Trump and Netanyahu are going to get along.
Leaders, be so ashamed of your silence. Be so ashamed that you've seen the same images and videos that we've all seen, but they haven't moved you to do the right thing. The doctor who had her 9 children come to her, who had been killed. You saw the little girl walking through the fire. You could see her little ponytail. Be so ashamed that you normally speak out for human rights. You normally speak out for children.
She does videos for little kids for learning, teaching, and all that stuff, and playing music. If you have kids, you know about her.
Everywhere, but you won't now because they're Palestinian. Be so ashamed of your anti-Palestinian racism. So ashamed that you don't see Palestinian people or their children as the same as us and our children. You think their babies don't like peekaboo and don't smile when they see someone they love and don't cry the same? Be so ashamed that your constituents are begging and pleading for you to say something and do something, and you just ignore us. Be so ashamed that you're putting money, power, your career, your reputation before precious children of God. Be so ashamed that our religions tell us to help the poor. Our religions tell us to feed the hungry. Our religions tell us to open our arms to all people and all children and love every neighbor as ourselves. And you pretend that they mean some. You pretend that they mean...
Just pause it here. Remember the last clip? The guy said that it doesn't matter what race you are or religion you are, it's about human, you know what I mean? About being humanitarian, helping the people, it's about human, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what religion you are, what country or race you are, you know? Can I do? Some people are so ignorant.
Ones that maybe look like you or have been deemed acceptable, and that's not right. That's a lie. When enough people say something, it's not controversial anymore, so we need everyone to say something. It's never been wrong to say not to starve children, and not to bomb children, and not to kill 50.
You know, everyone has to do their part, you know what I mean? Even just helping out, even share, like, comment, you know? Even reposting, that helps out a lot, you know? If you can't do it yourself, you know, help other people who are doing the effort, you know?
15,000 children. What's wrong is to be silent. Thank you and God bless you.
Some of the first people to turn down the da'wah of Isa alayhi salam were the scholars of Banu Israel. They were the first, the muftis of Bani Israel, the ulama of Bani Israel. They were the first to turn down Isa alayhi salam. They and the umara. The umara and ulama were the first to betray Isa alayhi salam. The political leaders and the religious leaders.
Let me just pause here. This is Islamic perspective of the Jews in the time of the Prophet Isa alayhi salam. Prophet Jesus. He's mentioned in the period about the Jews.
And the ones who followed Isa alayhi salam were some fishermen and some simple laymen. The ignorant, the simple-minded people. They were the ones whom Allah chose to follow Isa alayhi salam, and they were his hawariyin. So don't be fooled by the tongue and by the appearance, because only Allah can see what is inside. Let's all make dua that Allah Azza wa Jal makes the inside of us better than the outside. Allahumma ja'al sariratana khayran min.
It is not true what the ambassador said, that if Hamas were to hand over the hostages tomorrow and lay down their arms, then the war would be over. And the reason it's not true is because Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, last week added another condition to victory in Gaza, and that is the implementation of the Trump plan, the voluntary departure of Palestinians from Gaza. But more than that, senior members of the Israeli government have said there will have to be a reoccupation of Gaza, the expulsion of all Palestinians.
Ethnic cleansing, basically. Reoccupation, move the people. We need to speak up, man.
A reoccupation of Gaza by Israelis. And Netanyahu has not rejected that or dismissed it. And so that is what is playing into Hamas's minds when it deliberates whether or not to accept this ceasefire or not. And then to the subject of the ceasefire, it is true that there is a ceasefire proposal on the table and that the Israelis have accepted it, and Hamas, well, we haven't had their response yet, not officially at least. They have said that it doesn't meet a number of their demands, I think chiefly the full end of the war, but they are still deliberating over it, and we wait to see whether or not they formally reject it or perhaps might accept it.
Someone told me to watch this clip.
Was that ant that stood up to me?
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
I added this clip in just to, help people understand the situation that we're in. Think of this as they're the political movement, the governments, the politicians, etc. Use this as a metaphor to put yourself in a position.
Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
Well, how about this?
Wow. They put this in a children's film, huh?
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up.
Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1.
Tyranny.
And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
I would show this clip in my class. You let one ant stand up to them, and they might all stand up. You see the power of solidarity, the power of all of us together? Individually, we feel helpless, lonely, often frightened. Together, nothing can stop us. No tyrant can rule us. No dictator can demand from us subservience. Together, we're powerful.
Like the man said, together we're powerful. And if you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.